With all this pressure from the Knights, Soniqs still holding strong on the defensive end. Two players go, and this is dangerous now as it's going to drop in for Gyro, and 2-bite on the Soniqs leaves an open net.
And you can see Dapper and Shock actually got a little bit of each other on the wall there. It's almost like you just throw everybody into that 50-50, a 4-play.
Maybe one last opportunity. There's a big miss, though, for Shock. The Soniqs just can't keep a hold of the ball. AJ going to try and kill it in the Soniqs corner. It's going to pop out, and Gyro might get the kill from the ceiling. No, Shock's going to keep it up.
They've got a chance.
Jet Reddles. Dapper, that touch is certainly going to hit the ground, and in the end, a 1-0 victory for the Knights.
And a really solid start to kind of transition the ball out, and Dapper's still playing so amazing on defense. You can tell, and you know that Soniqs are going to fight their way back into the series.
And here's an opportunity for Dapper. Can he put the striking chance on off the post? Follow up there from Shock, and immediately answered in the game 2 for Soniqs.
And this comes down to poor defense on the backboard. AJ, he was looking to get a touch to where it could place and drop down into the corner of their own end, but instead it actually hits that lip and goes directly down, no angle whatsoever.
A dunk, and it was, in the end, cleared away by Gyro, just on the rotation. Dangerous ball. Shock first one up, beats AJ. It's going to come down off the ceiling. Follow up from Dapper, pushes it through, and the Soniqs a 2-0 lead.
Dapper, outstanding timing on this challenge. You can see the way he positions himself on the ball is to get over it so he can block any remaining clear to get that ball out of the net. He stuffs them directly in the face, and he shoves the ball directly through the net. A great play from him.
And a solid start for game 2. Sathu, he wants a piece of the Knights defense, and it is cleared away by Gyro in the end. The Knights now looking to put on similar pressure, but the passing from Sathu to Dapper, wide open shot, and the Soniqs up 3-0.
Now they're just making the defense look silly, Correll. You can see Sathu. I love that initial turn out of defense. When you're rotating out and you can get in front of a clear like that, it is huge. That's where the space was opened up for
itself. Dapper gets the clear. Reynolds, shot goes wide, does catch out the defense, and he's so quick to the ball for a second chance, and the Knights get on the board.
Sathu, you gotta be quicker. Shock actually was gonna slow down the play. Maybe you could have gotten a 50-50 to stall time out for the defender, Sathu, or excuse me, Dapper. They got the security, and they can just waste time. Shock, huge play.
And that will do it here in game 2. Knights do get one for the road, but in the end, it won't matter. 3-2 victory for the Soniqs. And I feel like when you think about this game on a macro level and just game 2, felt like the first half was all Soniqs.
Yeah.
Great attacking,
100%.
Great offense, making sure, or getting that defense spread out on the Knights' end. And then all of a sudden they kind of...
to be on the opposition and be aggressive and have a confident play style than forcing yourself back.
So we'll jump into game 3. And to your point, we want to see more from the Soniqs, and maybe Sathu. How about that to start things off? The big dunk.
A great read here off the backboard. I love his positioning. He was waiting for Reddles because that bounce out actually caught him off guard, the defender. Reddles was actually looking to carry the ball, dribble it out.
Pass down to Sathu. Just barely couldn't get around it. AJ plays it across. Gyro on the back post. Everyone went from the Knights, and it's going to pay off as no one back for the Soniqs. Everyone had to stretch out for that play.
And the defense just broke with Shock's initial hit. You can see Dapper didn't think that Shock would have gotten a touch. Instead, he panics a little bit, forces himself up, and the Knights, they capitalize off of the double commit.
From the Soniqs.
And that recovery from Dapper, he was getting bumped, pushed to the side. He still managed to avoid it altogether and get a save, but now AJ again, they're getting flooded. The double commit comes out, and Reddles is there for the finish.
And look at this play from AJ. Takes it into an air dribble, but look at the challenge, how he positions himself to make that so hard for the Soniqs to win. Comes straight out to Reddles, and an open net off.
The solid transition attack, and just catch somebody off guard from the Knights. A demo right there could do it.
Demo, Sathu, gonna take it himself. Shot is dangerous.
Dapper.
The rebound from Dapper's there. We got ourselves a tie game.
Exactly what I mentioned. They need to carry it from the defensive side, which they did. That demo forced the rotation to be off, and then Sathu got a solid flick on net. Dapper's there for a crash, and just like that, how slowly he took it. That is the awareness of an RLCS player at its finest, is knowing where your opposition is, where they're positioned, and knowing when you can take your time.
And maybe one last laugh here for the Sonics as they're in the 0-second time. Everyone committed on the night shot. Sathu, can he put it away for the Sonics? He can in game 3.
They keep the ball up. Shock. That amazing flip recovery in the corner to beat out 2 defenders. Get it for Sathu. Position it perfectly. Sonics, a huge play. The last thing I expected with how this game went.
Clutch. Definitely aren't seeing the control that we saw in previous games from the Knights. Sonics are breaking out a lot more, but it's turned into a back and forth game through the midfield, and Gyro gets the flipping off the crossbar, and the Knights get their first goal in fashion.
Gyro, the decision here to hit it with the bottom of his car was incredible. I did not think he was just going to go for that. I thought maybe he would have gone for a double dutch off the backboard.
In game 4, Shock plays it out to Dapper, and the shot cleared away. Big clear from Gyro, and it's might just roll in for the Knights. It does. Everyone committed for the Sonics.
Gyro, an MVP performance here in game 4. The way he was able to get in front of that shot. He read the pass out and then cut off any angle towards the net. Gyro, such a huge statement from him.
5 seconds left, and it looks like we're going to a game 5 between Pittsburgh Knights and the Sonics here, and what a series it's been.
And a much different approach to the ball in the midfield game for the Knights.
Only the second season for the Knights, so there's a lot of potential that these teams have if they stick around season over season and have great matches like this.
And I think that speaks to the potential of all these players from the Knights. And here's a wide open net from Sathu early. We got 9 seconds into the game, and right away he's shooting a banger from his own goal.
Yeah, big miss there from Reddles. Gyro thought he had it, so he crept up a little bit too far, and Sathu saw the backfield wide open. It's, of course, last season, really all of last season, and their major win. And also, so far now from the Sonics, they have looked pretty good here in the RLCS, but even better is Reddles from the pass down from AJ.
And now we've got a response here. Gyro, a huge clear out, then AJ, the 3-man passing play. I love that bounce down and a hard read off the backboard for Reddles, reading that bounce off the wall
to his own corner.
Huge clear from Dapper all the way across the pitch. Now they've been able to at least have some kind of
bump!
What?
Is it going to roll in? Back post? It's Shock again for the Sonics, and a big bump for the Sonics to give themselves a Game 5 victory.
The last thing I expected was a double commit and then a bump from the defensive end. You can see Sonics forcing up. We wanted to see it. The last element they were missing in their rotation was the aggressive play.